lost $1 million. My screen locked up. And it said, call this number. I knew very well that I shouldn't call that number. I was certain that I was doing the right thing. And I am intelligent, I am responsible, I am ethical, and I got taken.
I'd want every San Diegan to know that elder scams can happen to anyone.
I have had lawyers, doctors, pilots, retired military judges, all of them have fallen victim. They push an urgency for action on the victim, and then they try to isolate them from their friends and family.
They're actually going after our seniors' entire nest egg. They're trying to wipe out their entire life savings, and that's been devastating.
I cannot tell you the number of close friends that have held me through this storm. To the person, they've all said, "We can't believe it happened to you, that you did that. You, Ellen, you're the most responsible person we know."
Just looking at San Diego County alone, which is the 5th largest county in the United States, over a 1-year period in reported scams, we see a loss of $130 million and upwards of that.
The scammers are becoming very efficient. They're getting better at what they do.
Total number of victims in San Diego County each year is roughly 1,600, and you're looking about an average loss of $80,000 per victim.
They could be between 5 and a dozen victims right now, somewhere in our county, walking into a bank to withdraw their life savings. That's how many cases there are.
They come in, they represent themselves as a tech support company trying to help the senior remove a virus from their computer or their phone. They come in and pretend to be government agency who needs to get some information in order to scam our seniors.
Where they're pretending to be an FBI agent, a Secret Service agent, a law enforcement officer, whether it's a banking scam where they're pretending to be a member of the victim's bank and the bank's been compromised.
Someone who's acting like a potential friend or a romance interest who befriends you but then eventually does the exact same thing, which is to ask for money.
The way in the door is generally through some sort of tech support scam, a pop-up on your computer, or a text message on your phone saying there's a problem with one of your accounts.
The gentleman was well-paced and respectful. They identified 49 hackers and that I'd been 95% compromised, and that we needed to address the issue immediately.
They are scared into action, and it's usually mentioning the victim's personal information has been found on a computer, that it's part of some elaborate hack.
And I said, "How do I know that this is valid?" And he said, "You can research this. You can, I am with Microsoft Security on their fraud team, connected with the FTC. I couldn't do anything on my computer, but I thought afterwards, I went out and I looked at how Microsoft Security and the FTC have a relationship, etc. So I felt that I had done some proper search to know I was in a trusted site.
And now there's a corroborating piece of information from another source that makes the senior believe this is real, and it moves them to act.
These scammers who are posing as technology workers, the people that can help them, are offering to scan their computers. But instead they're using that remote access software to access our victims' devices, see where they're doing their banking, and then they convince them that the hack is much more serious. It's not just their computer, but their bank accounts are also at risk. And this is where you talk about government impersonation or banking scams, because our victims are convinced that all of their accounts are at risk and that they need to quickly transfer all their money out of their existing accounts and move it into a safe, government-controlled account.
I wanted this thing done. And so it was like, how do we do this? How do we make it happen? And so I would say I contributed to the urgency because I like my list checked off.
all of these scams aren't just happening with one phone call or one email. So many of our victims are in touch with their scammer for weeks or months, and they wake up every day waiting for an instruction from the scammer.
Within about 5 days, we began to approach my retirement account, and that had to be protected. And to the point where if it's not moved, we'll be in serious trouble.
That scam that starts with the technology hook and ends with them emptying their bank accounts to save their money is responsible for over 75% of all the scam activity in the country right now, including for our San Diego victims. That by far is the greatest threat.
The two things that are always in every scam is an urgency to action. And on the backside of that, they're trying to isolate you from friends, families, or others that could intercede.
Eventually, they'll ask you to move money or give money or change money into another form.
There's no scenario that is going to happen in your life that requires you to urgently pay money to anyone at any time, and either shipping that or giving that to a courier. That is 1,000% a scam, and we need you to stop, hang up, and tell someone.
As painful as it is, and as embarrassing as it is, once funds were withdrawn from my IRA and into the bank, I either withdrew cash and I packaged it up in a shoebox, and a courier came and took the cash.
They might be going to the bank every day or once a week and calling their financial advisor, trying to free up money.
They produce a lot of money, so the scammers make sure that these are believable.
Multiple withdrawals happened. And so, I did that. Much to my sad, sad shame, I did that.
This is nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed about. These guys are professionals. This is their job. They spend all day training their tradecraft.
This is unacceptable. We want every senior out there to understand that they could be a victim of a scam because no one is immune. No one, whether they have a PhD or a high school diploma, is immune from these scams.
Looking back on it, it was masterful. It was masterful.
We have seen people with multiple degrees, PhDs, doctorates, fall for these scams.
And we have educators, we have accountants, we have New York Times best-selling authors, we have attorneys, we have retired law enforcement and military. It's really remarkable to see this cross-section. There's no one immune from this.
And now with AI, scammers are able to capture the real voice of someone on the different social media platforms and use that voice to generate a message that sounds to the senior like it is coming from their loved one, from their grandchild, their granddaughter, their daughter.
They are using fear to create an emotional impact in our victims who don't have the opportunity at that point to reflect on what actually is being told to them.
If you don't act now, your grandson, who's now in a jail, will remain there, will be harmed in some way. Or your grandson is on vacation and now their medical operation that they need because they were in a crash cannot be done. So all these urgency measures that are taken make people freeze and act without stopping.
It's through that initial trust and then through fear that these scammers are able to be so effective.
Don't take any steps that you've been instructed to do. Or stop it there, or say, I don't understand this, and I'm going to need to call you back.
If you're getting a message like that, or if you're talking to someone, the bottom line is that they can't hurt you. So as soon as you even think that something is a scam, you need to stop and hang up the phone and end your communication with that person.
And then tell someone. Tell someone. Tell someone that's going to absolutely be logical and not panic with you and help you stop it.
They're really going through being terrorized for weeks on end. And at the end of it, they're left without their entire life savings. And then for them to realize that the whole thing was a scam, this is an incredible amount of trauma.
Until you've sat down with a person that has lost their entire life savings after spending a lifetime of hard work and sacrifice, and actually witness the sadness, the anger, the frustration, the uncertainty, and hear it in their voice, it's truly impossible to understand.
We talk to family members who are convinced after the fact that this has actually shortened the lifespan. This has hastened someone's actual life because of going through the trauma.
I've been through it. And yeah, however this story gets told and people learn of it, it gets to be used for good, because it's surely freeing me to speak about it now.
We knew that we needed to do more to tackle it. So I led an effort to form an elder justice task force that has federal, FBI, U.S. Attorney, my office, the District Attorney's Office, and law enforcement, and also APS, the Adult Protective Services.
Our first priority and our highest priority to date is making sure that our reporting mechanism is up and running and accurately collecting data.
By coming together, we were able to then map out these different crime reports and be able to go after the organized crime that's behind elder scams.
The sooner we know about it, the higher your chance of some recovery.
Even when we do get police reports and reports, they come late. They come often after the fact, when the money has been lost. Telling somebody right away and working with that person you trust to call police or calling police directly gives us a better chance to capture the wrongdoers and bring them to justice.
It's not talked about enough. In order to stop this or to slow it, it has to be part of a daily conversation between family members, between friends, between neighbors. That's how we start making a dent in this problem.
There's a point at which shame can cripple you and imprison you. But here I sit to tell my story. I am whole and I am intact. And it's mostly because I was able to ask for help.
But the win will be if a senior is never scammed in the first place.
The only way that we could fight this appropriately in our community is if everybody reports to their local police department and to the FBI by going to ic3.gov. That's the only way that we will get the true number of losses and victims in our community so that we could get the resources that we need to fight it appropriately.
But we need the whole community to learn and to grow so that we can protect our seniors together.
Those reports help us connect the dots. Whether or not we are able to help you, it may help someone else in the future.
I am just sad that I didn't come to my senses and get help.
It is unbelievable how many people have never reported it to law enforcement. I mean, it's 1 in 15, 1 in 20.
This is a top priority, and we have to fight it with everything we've got.
Unless we talk about this, nobody can help. Law enforcement can't do a thing.
If you get contacted in any way and it involves money, stop, hang up, and tell someone.